welcome back. Video number 2 here. Guess we should reveal what vehicle we have. Can you tell? A first gen Toyota 4Runner. So this is 1986. Couldn't tell you how many miles are on it. Dash is all tore apart. We'll get to that in a second. But since it's an 86, it's got one of those nasty IFS people things. We solid axle swap here in the back of Apex Overland. So yeah, so if it comes in the back of this bay, it's getting a solid axle swap. I don't care. We've got the rear axle tore down all the way. Diff is out. Still have to do those, but brought it to work today. Mainly because, like I said a second ago, the dash is tore down. Let me show what we have going on. So it had a heater core leak, but before we get to that, let's show you how insanely clean this freaking thing is, which is the main reason we bought it. So these are the original seats. Yeah, like eat off the floor type stuff. Back seat, probably only been sat in a handful of times. Headliner's stupid clean, minus the little heat cracks there. But like, look at that. So it needs some love. Mainly, I'm trying to decipher how this was all torn apart and why it was torn apart the way it was torn apart. It doesn't make any sense to anybody who's ever done one of those before. AC box. But yeah, so that's pile of parts in the back with like handwritten notes. So we have to figure out how all this stuff goes together with the new heater core in it. And I'm not even 100% certain I have all the parts. So this is gonna be fun. Yeah. But, so that is the new project. This little 86 4Runner is gonna get an 80 series front axle underneath it. And then a 2.5 gen Tacoma rear axle, non-locker. Not gonna do lockers in them. It's a little daily-ish driver, a little fun cruise around town. It can go off-road, but it won't have lockers. It's not gonna be a crawler. The thing's too clean. Let's talk about the outside real quick. Top spin bed line. That looks really good. And then the bottom here has been bed line. And I don't know what happened, but I think they started at the rear. And as they worked their way to the front of the truck, I think it started hardening up on them in the pail. And they started panicking. And they, instead of stopping, adding a little reducer, they just kept trudging along. So they kept trudging along and it kept gooping up on more and more of them. And then that's like primer underneath there, so they didn't even get it covered. I don't know what happened, but we're gonna fix all of this. I don't know what brand it is either, because it's kind of soft. So we're gonna put some like whatever the roughest grit I can on the sander down in and at least level it out a little bit. And then we're gonna rebed line the whole thing. The top looks really good, so we're not gonna touch the top. Whoever did that wasn't in a rush and nothing messed up with them. But we're gonna change the color. I'm not gonna tell you what that is yet. The top will be used for the winter / summer, but other nicer days it can come off, and we'll probably put a soft topper back there. And doing a solid axle swap, I was thinking 35s, but I also have some 37s sitting on a shelf that need to get used, unless someone wants to buy some BFG KXs that I've got for sale. But I was thinking 35s, but we might throw some 37s on it. We have 2 bumpers here I've been tripping over from Trail Gear front and rear 2 bumpers. So those are going on it. I will make some sliders for it. And the plan is for now, gonna finish this thing up by Christmas, I'll say. It is now like August something. And that's gonna be a little around town daily for like Jill and me. And then when Peyton, our daughter, who's the oldest kid, in a year or two, whenever she gets her permit and starts driving, this little thing's gonna be hers. So, got a little 22 RE in it. I've already done a little bit of work on it. It sat at another shop for quite a while, and they were supposedly starting it often, which was a lie. The little 22 RE, it's super clean in this engine bay, super clean, but all the injector seals completely dry rotted. The fuel pump, no chance that thing's worked in a while. Already changed that out, so it fires right up. It's a little 5-speed manual. Our kids are going to learn how to drive manual for their first car. I don't care. They're going to need to learn how to drive manual. So, yeah, little 5-speed manual action. Yeah. So, other than that, I'm going to start figuring out this dash, and that's probably the end of this video. I'll get back to you on this dash because there's no telling how long it's going to take me to get the heater core swapped out and figure out what the heck happened with this dash. So, see you guys next video. Little 4Runner. That's the next big project here.